I personally don't like idle animations. They're necessary, but boring. So let's make a not boring one in Spine 2D. We need 3 things: hair, offset, story. Let's begin with the hair. If you remember my last video, you would know that we've separated her hair into like a million pieces. And today, finally, we're going to make it all worth it. I've set the mesh on each hair pieces. Now let's make the bones. I'm grouping the hair bones into sections. You'll see why I do this very soon. It's very hard to see the groups, so let's separate these into different colors. And while I do this, I'll add physics constraints to each bones. Bones are ready now. Let's bind these bones to mesh. Looking good, for now. Some of you guys who previously saw my shorts or reels, if you're from Instagram, you might already know about this cool arm rig that has 2 IK constraints. Shout out to Kim Gisa on YouTube, by the way. I'm going to move this shoulder bone with the body turn bone. The opposite shoulder will move the opposite way, like this. If you're interested in how I set up 2.5D, there's a video for you. Link below. Good. Our body rig is ready. Now, I'm going to add another bone for her chest. This bone will help us make breathing look more natural. Just breathing is boring. But when we breathe unconsciously. When we breathe, we don't think about breathing. We're constantly thinking about something else. So, in order to make her breathing look natural like us, and also not boring, I'm going to give her something to think about. And to show what she's thinking, we need facial expressions. I created a look bone to control the position of the pupil. With transform constraints, both eyelids will follow the pupil, and the pupil will follow the look bone. Now, my favorite part, 2.5D. First, basic rigging. Before we paint the weights for 2.5D, I'm setting up 2.5D for the hair. Remember we grouped hairs with colors? Yep, we're using that now. I'm making the root bones of the group to follow the head turn bone. This makes it much easier to tweak the hair position. This also helps me keep track of how much the face needs to turn. For example, her bangs need to move more than the face, and her back hair needs to move less. Now we paint the weights. Her facial features need to follow the head turn bone too. I'm adding a bit more dimension to the hair. Weight painting for her eyes and her lips. We have her face rig ready. Let's work on her body rig. Now, we start animating. And here's what I want her to think.
She's not just breathing. She's processing a tough day. The weight of everything happening around her kept piling on. She tried not to let it get to her, but it did. Then, a brief moment. A breeze brushed her hair, and her hair softly patted her face. A silent comfort.
Let's animate the wind. I like to first randomly place the keyframes, then tweak the timing later. Looking at the graph really helps me see the wind. I want the wind to blow from right to left, so I'm copy-pasting the keyframes to other hair bones, and then offset them. facial expressions. Let's start with her eyes. Animate her bottom eyelid separately. Tweaking the bottom eyelid completely changes the mood. It can go from looking disgusted to slightly smiling with just one shift of its position. We shouldn't forget the wind on her sleeves. I'm using the same keyframes from her hair. Of course, the strength and timing should be different. Don't forget her skirt too. If all these wind animations work well together, with appropriate offsets and timing, the wind will look as natural as we wanted. At this point, I realized that her hair feels off. Since the animation was forcing it to bend, the textures started to feel pixelated. So, I went back to Photoshop, repainted, re-exported those textures, and replaced them on Spine 2D. That's better. After working on some details, our animation for Cloud is finally done. And it is ready for Touchdesigner and Unity. Things get a little messy from here, but no spoilers. That would be on my next video. I already started the editing process right now, so I hope I see you guys there. Thanks for watching.